We are doing a special free GameLeap course today, a step-by-step Bloodhound course to help you dominate in Season 16. Right now, Bloodhound is an insanely strong legend, and you can absolutely take over a game with them if you know how to use them properly. So let us help you, and click the link in the description right now. Again, it's totally free, it's on us, so I will see you guys over on the GameLeap site. Hello everyone, I'm your hostess with the mostest, 8-Second Gaming, and in today's video we are going to be talking about one tip for every rank. So for the rookie people, my advice to you is to go back to pubs. A lot of rookie players jump into ranked when it's way too early for them. They hit the level cap and they're like, alright, sweet, I shot a guy once, I'm gonna hop into ranked now. No, you should go back to pubs and you should be learning every aspect of the game that you can to be comfortable enough. You want to understand the maps, the drop spots, the locations, stuff like that. You want to understand the ring timers. You want to really get a basic feel for the game. And right now the level requirement for rank just doesn't do that justice. You don't really get enough of a sense of the game before you can go into ranked. My advice for you is to probably just play pubs until you hit like a level 100 type deal. That way you'll have a good amount of information and you can go into ranked and start being a lot more dominant off the bat. But okay, that's rookie out of the way, so now let's move into the next tier, and that is bronze. Now for bronze, my advice to you guys is to start getting comfortable with every weapon. You should be able to pick up a gun no matter what it is and be able to actually help your team. I see way too many low rank players, especially in bronze, run around off drop not helping their team because they don't have the gun that they want. In those certain situations, you're not going to be able to find your optimal loadout. You're not going to land on a 301 PK every single game. It can happen. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I've had it happen to me multiple times. But if you land and you get an L-star and your teammates are already fighting, you need to use that L-star and you need to be comfortable enough to be able to help your team with it. This is really easy to do as well because all you have to do is go into the firing range and just kind of mess around with every single gun. In Season 16, they did a bunch of upgrades to the firing range and it's a lot better and it can help you out so much and make you such a better player. Once you're comfortable with these, you'll find that you're winning a lot more your early game drop spots, you'll find that you'll be able to get a lot more KP, and you're not relying on your teammates as much. But that is bronze done, dusted, covered, so let's move into the next rank, and this is going to be silver. Now for our silver players out there, this is kind of the same as bronze, but you guys want to get familiar with every single legend. There are a lot of different legends in the game, and while some of them kind of have the same jobs, none of them have the same abilities, and they all want to play differently in fights. Now, you don't have to play every single legend. I know that that's not possible for everybody because the legends do take time to unlock. I know everyone's not like me, they don't just have 700,000 of the legend tokens just sitting around, so you guys have to unlock them piece by piece. However, you can still learn a legend and figure things out by watching videos, watching streams, or even hopping into the firing range because all of the legends are unlocked in the firing range. You can play whoever you want in there. Once you're able to understand their abilities and how they want to play against you in a fight, you can start to counter that. If you know that a Horizon's going to want to gravity lift up and throw a black hole at you, you can start to position differently, or you can start to anticipate that. Being able to counter a legend in this game is such a very strong tool to have, and if you're able to do it all the way in silver and you can start to work on this all the way through the ranks, once you hit like diamond or something, you'll be an absolute master at countering the different legends. Starting early with this is a huge key, and that's why I'm suggesting the silver players do it, because you guys really have a good opportunity to learn through the ranks and you have a ton of different opportunities to do it because silver players really play a lot of different legends. Once you get up into the top ranks, you don't really see as diverse of a legend pick pool. You start to see the same legends over and over and over, and you don't really get to learn about the other legends, so silver's a great place to start with this. But now let's move into our gold players, and for gold, you guys really need to learn how to position in fights. Now, positioning in fights is a very broad topic, I do understand that, but a lot of the times the one thing that it falls down to is overusing or underusing cover in fights. Now, some people might be a little bit confused with that because how can you overuse cover? And well, that just means you do not take any advantage on damage that you do in a fight. If you crack somebody and your teammate also cracks somebody, you should then be pushing off of that damage. You want to be taking advantage of the damage that you just did. If you're not pushing off the damage that you guys just did and you're overusing cover and just sitting behind a rock or holding high ground or something like that, then that team is going to be able to reset and potentially even turn the fight against you. This is also how you guys get third-partied a lot in different fights, because if you're overusing cover and you're not pushing off of damage and wiping fights as fast as you can, then you're giving other teams in the area opportunity to then come in third, fourth, fifth party you. The more the fight gets drawn out, the more opportunity people around you have to come and fight you. So overusing cover is a big detriment to your team, but also underusing cover is a big issue that I see gold players do as well. I see so many people stand out in the open when they're in a fight. They try to be that guy that just gets the one clip off. They want to see that they can do more damage to them than they do to you. You're not the hero, guys. I hate to break it to you. You're not going to be doing this every single time. And if you're standing out in the open and they team fire you and you get dropped instantly, then you potentially just lost your team the fight because you tried to be the hero. Understanding how to position in fights is not going to be an overnight thing. You're not going to get it instantly, but working towards it and understanding it a little bit more every single time will definitely help you grow as a player, and it will help you climb through the ranks. So with that done, let's talk about Platinum now. And for Platinum, you guys, there's one major key aspect that Platinum players have to stop doing. Stop hot dropping. Stop going to locations that have 3 to 4 teams there. This is going to sound a little bit harsh, but honestly, a lot of Platinum players need to have this wake up call. You are not that good. There's a very small % chance that you will actually come out on top of that fight, but a lot of Platinum players don't know how to actually fight when an area is contested, so they try to throw themselves into a fight. They get shot by another team that's there. They die, they lose RP, they derank, they're hard stuck. In Platinum, it is not worth it to drop with that many other teams. At most, you should only have one team in the same POI as you, at most. I know some people want to get early KP, but don't overdo it. You don't want to be dropping with that many teams. It's very hard to actually come out on top, especially in ranked when people are all over the place. In the long run, this is only going to be holding you back. You might come out on top every now and then, but in the long run, it's not worth it. But okay, moving into Diamond now, and for Diamond, you guys really want to start to understand how other teams are going to be rotating. Now, I get that some people might be a little bit confused about that because it is kind of hard to word this, but when you are moving into zone, you should start to think about how other teams from other POIs will also want to be moving into zone. This way, you can start to track teams a little bit better and start to understand who will be in your area. If you start to track teams and understand where they're going to be, then you can start to take more isolated 3v3 fights so that you're not getting third-partied as often and you're able to actually get some KP without being run down immediately after. Or you're going to be able to plan a safer rotation because maybe you want to play zone and you want to get to an endgame spot as safely as you possibly can. Well, if you understand how teams are going to be rotating, then you can start to plan a spot that has nobody there. And this does help if you do have a recon character because they can show where everyone is on the map, but sometimes you don't have one, or especially if you're solo queuing, you might not have one. So it is good to just understand how you would rotate from a certain POI and then start to play that into other people's heads. Say, hey, I'm going this way, but there's another POI towards that spot. Would they still be there? Would they be gone? If they are gone, where would they go? This is another one of those skills that will take time to develop and will take a little bit more game sense to really understand well. But once you do get it down, it will help you so much in your rank games. And this helps me climb a ton, especially when I'm solo queuing. But now let's jump into Masters tier, and if you guys have hit Masters, you already know what you have to do. There's not actually a really big difference between Master and Predator. If you're good enough to get some RP in Masters, you're good enough to hit Predator, but the only issue that you guys have is the time that you can put in. In order to actually hit the Pred cap, you have to have a lot of time dedicated to this game, and you need to be able to really push that time. Now there are some exceptions to this if you are in like a God squad, because then you can just grab RP constantly and be able to hit Pred. And if you guys are Predator watching this video wondering how to climb, what are you guys doing here? You guys should just be playing the game. But let me know your favorite way to gain RP in the comments down below, and if you guys want to stay up to date with the latest and greatest Apex Legends tips, tricks, and news, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys all for watching once again. I made Second Gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next one.